in life, what I have discovered is the people that you've got around, they do make you or break you. Yes, I know only if you let them, but when you love somebody and you sort of kind of let them without realizing, I must say, because that's happened to me, and I realize that if I didn't have a sort of person around me that was keeping me small, because I have a big personality. I do. I am the soul of the party. I have great ideas, and but when you are with somebody that is very negative, very worried about everything, very worried about making a move, and then you do want to make that move, but then they start blaming you for things, obviously, when they go wrong, instead of saying, all right, yeah, well, it was a learning curve, it was, no, they start blaming you. So you start becoming wary and scared of making that move, because then they start on you, and then, but isn't it that person meant to love you, and meant to support you, and meant to help you grow and see your vision? But no. Well, then you realize that that person don't love you, really, then, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Of course not. Because if the person did, then they would support you, right? They would, yeah. And see you thrive and doing well, rather than seeing you upset and down, and then, well, the love goes, doesn't it? Of course it does. The love goes slowly as the person is tearing you apart. So does the love. Simple. It doesn't take a genius to work that one out, does it? No. So there you go. And then they wonder what happened. Well, ask it yourself, right? So it's true that, the company that you keep is bringing you up or down. Until then, you free yourself from it. You give it a huge cup and you don't think like that anymore, for a start, that is the first step, you see. That is the first step. Changing your mindset. Yeah. And not thinking negative like they do, because then you realize that you are not that person. You are not. You are bright, positive, and you haven't got any fear of doing what you want to do. Because, I mean, of course, you're not hurting anybody when you're doing what you want to do, you know. And in fact, you're doing it to improve everybody else's life as well as yours. Yeah. But then you realize that the other person is negative, moaning about everything and everybody. And, you know, you just say, bugger off. You're not happy. Bugger off. Why are you still here? You know, I've cut myself from it now. That's it. You're not bringing me down. And stop hanging your shit on me as well. Projecting. Yes, that is it. No, that's it. So first of all is changing your mindset. And then physically leaving. But I know that that is tricky, because money is a thing, and so especially when you haven't got anybody around that can help you. If you do, then brilliant, absolutely brilliant, you know. But if you don't, that is tricky. But there is always a way, my granny used to say, for everything. Might take some time, but as long as you're working towards it. Yeah. That's... And yes, you know, of course, it's very, very hard, you know, Mace, but the main thing is recognizing that it isn't you, you know, that it isn't you. That is the main thing. All right. And you see, the thing is that once you step away from it, then you start how would I word that? You start changing and feeling uplifted. And everything, when you uplift, when you leave that oppressive, negative state, you know, you go up, and then up you'll find different people that are up and positive and not fearful, and you know, like, so that, you know, that's when your life changes, you see. Yeah, that's right, that's when your life changes. So like I said, the main thing is changing the mindset. That is the first step. And you know, not explaining anymore your worth, and you know, because when you walk away, that's it, you know, that you can't keep on explaining. Enough is enough. The person won't get it, you see. The person won't get it, so you just walk away, you know. That's it. you know, because when you keep explaining your worth, or when you keep explaining who you are, and you're losing, you know, they can't see it. The person, whoever it is, cannot see it. You just have to leave, that's it. They will never see it, you know. And yes, it's hard because you think the person loves you, but obviously the person doesn't. That's it, you know. So, and step by step, everything will come together. The main thing is, yes, yeah, of course. Yes, mate, of course. Yeah. We can go for a walk if you want to clear your mind, and yeah, of course we can go. Come on then, let's go, miss, let's go. Yeah.